Church guys. We're live on a podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. Welcome to the show where the faith meets the court. Church guys repping hard, yeah, we live for the sport. From the pulpit to the bleachers, the word we endorse. Dropping dimes, preaching truth, keeping God as the source. We breaking down the play, stats, facts, and the story. Sunday to game day, all for his glory. Talking hoops, talking fields, every touchdown is shot. But we never lose sight of the faith that we got is fellowship, fire, passion in the zone. Church guys sports show, yeah, you know we at home. Turn the volume up loud, let the good vibes flow. This is more than just a game, it's the way that we grow. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. Church Guys Sports Show. From the locker room talk to the pews on a Sunday, we call the plays right, kingdom business on Monday. Faith on the field, spirit driving the grind. Every headline we drop got the word intertwined. We repping every team, but the banner is Christ. Breaking huddles with the gospel, yeah, we living it right. From the Knicks to the league, every stat, every score, we gon' praise, analyze, then we give God more. So tune in, locked in, let the truth be shown. Church Guys Sports Show, man, the vibe's full grown. It's the faith in the game and a powerful blend. From the tip off to the buzzer, we gon' ride to the end. The Church Guys. We're live on a podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. The Church Guys.
What up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another edition of the Church Guys Sports Show podcast, the place where faith, passion, and unfiltered sports talk collide. I'm your host, Bishop D'Lo. Tonight, we've got a show that is stacked wall-to-wall stories. It's a lot to uncover, starting, of course, here in New York. Training camp open for the Knicks with the media day today. Yes, it's a week earlier than everybody else. We'll get into that in just a moment. But the team enters the season as legitimate Eastern Conference favorites. New head coach Mike Brown steering the ship, and the question is, what is the vision? Can he take this roster with all of its potential and finally deliver to the great city of New York a championship? We're going to break it all down tonight. Over in the WNBA, shocker out of Liberty, out of Brooklyn tonight, out of the New York Liberty. They shocked the basketball world, well, the women's basketball world anyway, not with their play, well, a little bit with their play last week by getting bounced in the first round. But after that stunning first round defeat to Phoenix, they announced today that Sandy Brondello will not be returning as head coach next season. So, who's going to step in? Who's going to take the reins for this team? A team that we know is loaded with talent. And, Keisha, I hope you're watching. There's some other talent that's probably on its way now. We got some names that we're going to throw around, and we're going to talk about. We want to know what you think as well. On the diamond, it's a tale of two cities in New York for the Mets and the Yankees. The Yankees are on the verge tonight. If they win, will clinch a wild card spot and guarantee their trip to the 2025 postseason. They'll lock it up with a win tonight. But the question for them, of course, is not just about getting it done. Y'all know, Yankee fans, it's win or bust. It's win the World Series or bust. Are they going to make noise? We'll talk about what the Yankees need to do to make some noise in the postseason. Meanwhile, across the river in Queens, the Mets are falling apart. The Mets are absolutely falling apart. From contenders to a great collapse. We forget that at early June, the Mets were 45-24 and had the best record in baseball. And now they are outside looking in. Mets fans, It's 2007 all over again. Y'all remember the epic collapse? They were up 7 games on Philadelphia with 17 to play and ended up losing the division to the Philadelphia Phillies, who would go on to win the World Series that year. And of course, in the world of professional wrestling, WWE's WrestlePalooza, the first of the premium live events on ESPN, was Saturday. The fallout is real. Even ESPN themselves gave it a C in grading it. So we got a lot to cover tonight. Buckle up. We got basketball, we got baseball, we got wrestling, and all the passion you've come to expect. You're watching the Church Guy Sports Show podcast. We're getting started right now. Y'all welcome in Bishop L. What's going on, my brother? He broke out the cup already. He ready. He ready. He ready. He ready. He's ready. So, Bishop L.
We are back.
We are back in basketball mode. Today was media day at the Knicks practice facility up in I was going to say purchase. That was years ago. It's no longer purchase. Up in Greenburgh, New York. The Knicks are starting media day a week earlier than everybody else. Media day for everyone else is actually next Tuesday. The Knicks get to start a week early because this time next week they will be headed to Abu Dhabi to play in the Abu Dhabi games as the NBA gets some of that Arab money. So
Isn't everybody?
Well, yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit more later on when we get to the wrestling part of things. But the Knicks opened up media day today. We heard from Jalen Brunson. We heard from Josh Hart. Josh Hart actually did re-aggravate his injury. He has an injured finger on his right hand. It did get re-aggravated over the summer, and so we're a little concerned about it, to be honest with you. But new head coach Mike Brown had some very interesting things to say. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But before we get into it, Elle, are you excited for the season that is coming up?
I'm absolutely excited. The one thing that really got to me was what we've been saying all last year. Get to the corners, run fast, get the ball out of JB's hands so that you can set him up for some sweet three play and just get everybody involved. I loved what the coach was saying.
And I'm glad you said that. It's a perfect segue. Let's hear a little bit from Mike Brown today in Greenburgh.
Screener at times, running out takedowns, flare screens, that kind of stuff. What have you seen from Jalen's off-ball work that you like? What particular types of actions do you look for that? What kind of stuff
he seems like he's a versatile player, and the biggest thing that I want to do for him is try to get him, as well as everybody else, easy shots. And one of the easiest shots in the game of basketball is a spray three. I'm a big proponent of touching the paint and spraying that basketball for a catch and shoot three. And so within what we do, we're going to try to get him a lot of those situations. On top of that, if you do touch the paint, whether it's on the dribble drive or on a cut, if it's on the dribble drive, when you touch the paint and you get off of it, we want you to keep moving. And again, the little bit that we've seen so far in Jalen during these optional workouts, he seems like he's embraced it. Because you have to be in great condition in order to play this way. But he seems like he's embraced it, and I'm looking forward to seeing if we can continue to try to find ways, especially when we start playing games, that we try to find ways to get him some easy catch and shoot looks, because the ball will be in his hands, especially down the stretch. And so to make the game easier throughout the course of the game is going to be a big thing.
So, first things first, right out of the gate, one of the biggest takeaways I get from that is he clearly has a plan to get Jalen off the ball. And in thinking about it, I remember that he was the associate head coach in Golden State for many years under Steve Kerr. And they did a lot of stuff with Steph Curry off the ball, running him through screens, getting other people to handle the ball and get into the paint running Steph into positions to where he could catch and shoot or catch and play make. And I think that's just going to make Jalen more dangerous.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because he's already dangerous. He creates his own shots in traffic. Now you're setting him up to get open shots. That's going to be ridiculous. And once that starts happening, once that starts happening, you will see him getting double teamed a whole lot less. Because the ball is moving around. It sounds to me like Mike Brown is going to have this ball moving around like a hot potato.
Absolutely. Hold on. Willie Green is asking. I'm trying to get Willie on tonight. He's asking for me to send him a password. You shouldn't need a password. The link should open up.
This is a Nick show tonight.
It's a sports show. Which, by the way, hope for those of you who caught the opening, how'd you like our brand new opening along with our brand new theme music, which is tailored toward the Church Guys Sports Show podcast. You know, we will always be Nick guys, but that's never going to change. But obviously, we want the brand to go a little bit more global, so we gotta make it a little less Nick centered in terms of how we open the show. So we're excited about our new theme song and making it happen.
I think the song was great. It was lengthy, but it was great.
Well, I mean, it had to be 2.5 minutes in order for it to match in order for it to match
That's all it
the
was. It
length of the
felt like it
video.
was 5 minutes.
It was 2.5 minutes, bro. Two and a
He
half minutes.
stopped and went. He stopped. I thought it was over, and then it was a church guy. Again, I was like, okay.
I do have a shorter version of it, and I have, of course, the longer version of it. That was the full length version. I mean, for the first time, you got to play the full length version.
I guess.
You got to do the full length. Every show does the full length version. Even people forget that the Fresh Prince of Bel Air actually has two verses. That theme song actually has two verses. You only hear it on the pilot broadcast. You got to watch the pilot episode, and then after that, it just gets to one verse. So maybe next week we'll just be down to one verse, but we'll see. But we opened it up, and we love it. It's great. It's great stuff. But back to the New York Knicks. Looking at what Mike Brown looks like he wants to do, he said the optional workouts went well during the course of the summer, which was great to see the players participating in the optional workouts. Gershon Yabusele looks like he is totally in shape as Willie Green joins us. There he is.
Yes, sir. Let's hope the ghost ain't in this tonight.
No ghosts today. No ghosts
No,
today.
no, D-Lo. We discovered the problem with his phone.
Oh, what was it?
We discovered the problem last week when I was with him on Friday. He knows what the problem is. He'll tell it.
Oh, the fact that it's one of those phones that begins with an A?
Oh yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh no.
No.
He came over to be apostolic?
He's been apostolic.
Okay. How old is your phone?
There you go.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm an Apple 14 or something. Not that.
That's
old.
not too bad. That's not bad. I got a 14 Pro Max still myself.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got his phone is a 12, bro.
Can't be.
Oh, well, that's different.
Hold on. Let me,
That's different. You got a 12. Okay. Well, no, there's no excuse for that. If you got a 12, Willie, that's a problem. That is an absolute problem.
yeah. Let's try to keep this thing charged up so we don't have other problems coming.
Yeah, because we don't want you for it to cut off in the middle of
Nah, we good. We good. What's up?
the show.
What's up, fella?
But
What's up, fella?
we're just getting started. Mention how training camp has begun in the NBA for the New York Knicks. Today was their media day, and we lost this video. Where's your video,
No,
Willie?
I'm good. Had to trust it. I'm plugged up to my Mac, my MacBook. So I'm good.
Okay. All right. There you go. But training camp opened with media day for the Knicks up in Greenberg today, a week earlier than everybody else, because next week this time they will be traveling to Abu Dhabi to play in the Abu Dhabi games. As part of that NBA contingent, they will play 2 games overseas in the Middle East, going to get some of that Arab money. As the NBA, listen, everybody getting Arab money. Like El said at the beginning, everybody getting Arab money right now.
Everybody getting it. Them shies giving up that bread.
Listen, we need to do something and get over there and get the shots to give us some bread.
Let's go over Limitless Radio. Let's go.
We need to get over there and make something happen as far as that goes. But we listened to some comments from Mike Brown, who has the plan this year. They talked about getting Jalen Brunson off the ball, and he has remembering that he was the associate head coach for the Golden State Warriors under Steve Kerr. We're going to see probably a lot of Steph Curry action. He did mention that Jalen actually looks like he's in good shape. And then looking at Jalen on camera today from some of the shots I caught from the media day, Jalen is looking very slender. Jalen is looking very slender. Because remember, Jalen was a stocky little dude.
Yeah, but if we know anything about his father's gonna make sure that he's in prime condition, ready for the season.
And he's got to be. Josh Hart. We also announced today that he did have a procedure over the summer, but then re-aggravated it over the summer as well. A procedure on his finger, on his shooting hand. Which is not a huge deal. It's not like he shoots a lot. But he is going to probably have to play with a splint for the most of the season. He does not plan to have any surgery during the season at this point. He's just going to play with the splint, and then they'll revisit it during the offseason. They talked to Cat. They asked Cat how he feels about playing.
Okay, give me 1 second, fellas. I just got to move my car for my wife.
Go move your car for your wife. They asked Cat if he wanted to play the 4 or the 5. They asked him if he was more partial to the 4 or the 5. I love Cat's answer. He said, "I'm partial to winning." I love it. These guys' mentality is like, let's go get this. And now word out of Houston, another injury.
Really? Yes,
Fred
I saw that.
VanVleet has an ACL tear and will be out for the season.
Wow.
So this window is getting wider right now for the New York Knicks. This window is getting wider.
They are the clear favorite.
And there's no reason why they shouldn't. So, El, what do you think Mike Brown needs to do in order to ensure that this team is playing in June of 2026?
Run that bench. He's got to play that bench.
That's it.
And I don't think we're going to have a problem out of that this year.
No, this is my wife.
He's got to play that.
She calling my phone and I'm speaking up the phone. So I have to pull out. I have to pull a car out. So just give me a second, though. I'll be right back on.
All right.
I'll be right back on.
He's got to play that bench. He's got to play that bench.
Absolutely. The bench is going to be a big part of what happens with the New York Knicks this year. I think that the upgrades that have been made, Josh Hart was asked about it. And, he gave a very honest answer. I respect it. Of course, he made a joke in the beginning. He said, if I end up coming off the bench, I think I'm going to have to demand a trade and go be somewhere else. But I appreciate his real answer, which was, listen, I'm going to do whatever the team needs. He said, do I think I'm a starter in the league? Yes. And he would be right. Listen, to a man, Josh Hart could start on a lot of NBA teams.
Absolutely.
Problem is, he plays in New York. And this team has bona fide, really 6, 7 guys that, not counting Josh Hart, the Knicks have 7 guys that can start.
Yeah.
So that could start anywhere in this league. ESPN released their top 50 for this season of current NBA players. The top 50 players, 4 Knicks are in the top 50.
Wow.
4.
Wow.
Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Towns. If that doesn't tell me that they are out of 425 guys in the league, ESPN ranks 4 of your starters in the top 50.
That's big.
Barring injury, There is no reason why we should not be lifting a banner at
I
Madison
don't think
Square
we're going to
Garden.
see a lot of injury this year because Mike Brown knows how to play his plays. I don't think we're going to see a lot of injuries.
I agree. I hope so. I mean, because we saw freak injuries as well. But I mean, I'm hoping the amount of rest and recovery time. I'm hoping that he adheres to playing his starters 32 to 35 minutes and not more. You know, like you said, utilizing that bench, riding the hot hand, giving those bench guys starters minutes when they're going well. You know, because sometimes the best thing you can do for your starters is let your bench
D-Lo,
rock when they're killing.
do you realize
Yes, sir.
that we have a team where anybody on that team can go off for 30?
Yes.
There's not one player on that
Yes.
team that doesn't have the capabilities of going off for 30. We are going to
That is
see
accurate.
many games this year where 4 guys, 5 guys are in double figures.
I agree with that. And I'm talking about
So
20
we're going
plus
to be
double figures.
putting a lot
20
of
points
points
plus.
on the board this year. The good thing I like
I agree.
about this system that's coming in is that Mike Brown is both an offensive and defensive coach.
Right. We got a coach that coaches both
Yeah.
sides of the basketball this year. That's going to be absolutely paramount for the Knicks this year to have a coach who is just invested in his offense as he is in his defense. We know Tom Thibodeau was invested in his defense
Let the game,
for the
let
most
the game
part.
tell you what to do.
Although on offense, he let the game tell him what to do. I mean, and listen, with that philosophy, this team still won 51 games last year. This team still came within a game of winning of winning the Eastern, winning 2 games of winning the Eastern Conference. So, you know, it's not to be discounted that the way he did things worked to an extent. The problem was it wasn't sustainable. And when you go up against a coach who has a game plan on how to slow you down or how to exploit your weaknesses, as they did with Rick Carlisle, who did a great job of doing that by just running fresh bodies at the Knicks. You know, sometimes that's all it takes, just running fresh bodies. Because you got to remember, you know, they can call play. You know, we like to say guys are trash or this guy's a scrub. But these players are one. Everybody on every roster is one of 425 that are in the highest level of basketball in the world. It is universally accepted that the NBA is the highest
Yep.
form of basketball in the world. And to be one of those 425, sometimes that's all it takes. You just need a fresh body. Anybody can go off. They catch a heater on,
Yep.
on a given night. And that was Tibbs' problem. He didn't trust his bench enough to say, you know what? You know, all this other stuff be darned. I'm just going to throw my guys out there and let me see
Look
what
at how
Dylan
many
Wright can
times.
do. You know, let me
Look
see
at
what
look at how
Landry
many
Shamet
times
can
Tyler
get me.
Kolnick went off.
Let me see what Tyler Kolek can get me. Yeah, I know he's a rookie, but let me see what he can get me. And, you know, let me see what Ariel Huckporty can do. Let me see what Marshawn Beauchamp can do. You know, and he yes, they were young. Oh, they didn't have much of what they were. Simply because the coach didn't play them. And that's where the issue was. El, did we lose your video?
No, I'm still here.
I'm not exactly sure why. It just went off for me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. There we go. All right. There you are.
I feel like I'm on a delay though.
No, you're not. You're good. You're good. You're absolutely good.
Keep talking. I'm going to step away for 2 seconds.
All right, you got it. So it really is a situation where finding that the Knicks are in the position that they're in, which is going to, quite honestly, put them in what I think is going to be prime position to win not only Eastern Conference, but win the NBA championship. It's really just going to come down to health and the coach's willingness to be able to get the most out of them. Y'all chime in the comments. Let us know what you think about the New York Knicks, and what they are able or what they are poised to do and what they're looking to do in this coming season as we prepare to get started with the 25-26 NBA season, which will kick off, what's today? Actually, in 30 days, which kicks off in 30 days on opening night, where Oklahoma City will raise their banner to the rafters with their first championship in franchise history for them. Yeah, because they were transplanted from Seattle. Seattle did win a championship as the Seattle Supersonics, but they're the first championship as the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we're excited to see what that's going to look like. A lot of good stuff came out of the opening today of Knicks Media Day. A lot of good content that was talked about. Everybody looks ready. Jordan Clarkson looks ready. I think it's gonna be an amazing season for them. Also, Malcolm Brogdon is expected to have, according to most, Malcolm Brogdon is expected to have a large bench role for the New York Knicks this year, a very key bench role. Now, talking about that, because I think that's a very important thing to get into as well. What we have with the Malcolm Brogdon as well as the Landry Shamet re-signing is we do have a situation to where the Knicks do need to have some roster moves made, and the two most likely candidates to be moved are either Pacom Dadie or Tyler Kolek. Now, I want to keep Tyler Kolek. I want to keep Tyler Kolek.
Me too.
I really do. But I will understand if the move has to be made to make room for Malcolm Brogdon because you're trying to win now. I want to keep Pacom Dadie. But, I think he has a tremendous
I
upside.
think we could get something good for him.
But that was what I was getting ready to say. I'm thinking in the Dadie piece, Dadie is a 6'8" wing with a nice shooting stroke that we saw a little bit last year. He had some momentary lapses on the defense, but again, he was a rookie, what you expect. I think that there's more of a market for Dadie, being that he's only 19, than there is for Tyler Kolek, who is 24.
Yeah.
So we may end up holding on to Kolek, and Dadie may be the piece that gets traded. Sam Jennings said it's being set up for the Knicks to win it. It's predestined. Listen, don't you come on here sounding like these Rapture people. Y'all see we still here.
Can you explain to me what that was all about today?
I don't even really know. I don't know who started it. It just became this big thing. It was all over the internet for the last 2 weeks. People have been claiming they've been having these visions that, based upon the fact of the feast of that this was going to be the Feast of the Trumpets, that there was going to be a situation where the rapture was going to happen during the Feast of the Trumpets, and they were taking Bible verses out of context. And I'm sitting there like, get that, but no.
Say no more. Back to sports.
What happened to no man knows the day? Or we just gonna skip over that part? We just gonna skip over that. It don't say that. No. We gonna take all this other stuff.
They was
Anyway,
taking
moving on.
they was taking bets in Vegas.
Clearly. But as you can see, we are all still here. And when the Lord does appear, he will appear. And that's it. Just make sure you're ready.
Sure you're ready.
That's it. That's really it. Willie, you there? No, his camera's not up. Okay, so that's what we're looking at coming out of that. Next week, the Knicks will play in Abu Dhabi. We will talk a bit about that matchup. Even though it's preseason, we'll talk a little bit about that matchup that they will have with the New Orleans Pelicans in Abu Dhabi, who also opened up their preseason today, their media day. Very interesting notes from Zion Williamson, who says he feels great and is in great shape going into this season. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. I watched his comments as well
until
today.
he sees
He
the
did
nearest cheeseburger.
listen. Long as he stay away from them OnlyFans models, he should be okay. Oh my God, that girl went completely crazy. Man, it just I ain't got nothing else to say.
Nothing else to say.
I got nothing else to say about that. But it's gonna be amazing to see Zion back on the court. I do hope he is healthy because he is one of those transcendent talents that I think the league needs as well to put butts in seats and put eyeballs on
The
screens.
problem,
So I
the
think that
problem I think is going to be is while he is athletic, I am sure he has lost a step.
well, it's been a few
Yeah.
years now, and he's not getting any
No.
younger.
Ask me how I know.
We know what happened to you. And Zion has had to work very, very hard in order to just get back to this point. So again, I'm hoping that he's healthy. I hope for him that he's healthy, and we will see what happens. We will absolutely see what happens as far as that goes. But again, clearly, Knicks are the favorites coming out of the Eastern Conference, and there'll be more on that as the other NBA teams' training camps begin to open next week while the Knicks and Pelicans are headed to Abu Dhabi to play over there in Abu Dhabi. That being said, well, we transition real quickly over to the other side of things. WNBA playoffs are in full swing. And the New York Liberty
Made headlines.
will not repeat as champions. The New York Liberty will not repeat as champions. They were bounced in the first round by Satu Sabally, Alyssa Thomas, and the Phoenix Mercury. Which again, I love what the NBA does. It's Eastern Conference and Western Conference until you get to the playoffs, and then you just thrown in there based upon record. I love that. I absolutely love that. The top 8 teams make it, regardless of what conference you in, and you could have a matchup between an Eastern Conference team and a Western Conference team in the first round. And it was great because it was the 4-5 matchup, which was even
Format is
better.
incredible.
You had an Eastern
That
Conference team.
format is incredible, and it's more exciting.
It is. It
It
absolutely
doesn't bode
is.
well with
So
it doesn't bode well with travel.
and especially in the first round because it's only a 3-game
Yeah.
series. So that's tough. So you had game 1 in Phoenix, game 2 in Brooklyn, and the game 3 was back in Phoenix. So and it went the full 3 games. But it was very, very interesting to see that happen. Before we get into that, again, want to send congratulations to A'ja Wilson, who won her 4th straight WNBA MVP. Now, there's been a conversation about that, and I know that wasn't on our topics, but I got to bring it up because I got to say this because I saw some stuff this week, and some people pissed me off, if I'm going to be honest with you. There was some talk surrounding who the GOAT of women's basketball is. Now, I'm by no wise saying that A'ja Wilson is the GOAT yet. She's not there. But you cannot
How many
discount
chips?
the fact. I'm going to go through it. 4 MVPs, 3 Defensive Player of the Years, 2 WNBA championships, 2 Finals MVPs, and she's only 29. At this rate, how can you say that if she doesn't continue on this trajectory, that she wouldn't be in the GOAT conversation?
Well, who is in women's basketball? If we're taking Asia out, who is?
I mean, some would go back and they would say Maya Moore,
Mm-mm. Never accomplished this much.
Tina Thompson,
Never accomplished this much.
and right along to talk about this right on time, Keisha Carter joins us as we talk WNBA. The GOAT conversation, Keisha. Asia Wilson. Keisha believes that Asia is number 5 on her
Wow.
list. And honestly, when she said it, it didn't bother me but I posted on Keisha's post that but you gotta, if she continues at this rate, what she's put up by age 29.
Put the numbers up again, D-Lo. What are the numbers again?
Asia Wilson has 4 straight
4
MVPs,
And
straight.
and
3 Defensive Player of the Years,
and
2 WNBA championships,
two
2 Finals MVPs,
and
and she's like a 6-time All-Star in her first 6 seasons.
she's about to be 30.
Right, but again, the WNBA is a league, as others have proven, that you can play till you're 40 and still play at a high level.
Yes, who's the only Diana showed that and Cooper
Diana
and
Taurasi,
Cooper.
Cynthia Cooper, but it's, you can play, but right, they played at a high level till they were near
But
40.
look what Cooper did while she was playing at her age though.
Right, but that's my point. This girl is 29. I'm not saying she's a GOAT yet. I wouldn't, because her career is not close to being over. I'm saying that when all is said and done, she could very well, you may have to go,
If she
yo, this chick is in the
She
conversation.
could be in the conversation, right? I respect that, but I cannot put her in front of Maya Moore. It's not happening.
Uh-oh. Because L just said, but he made, from a number standpoint, she has actually accomplished more by 29 than Maya Moore did in her entire career.
So we're going based upon that.
I'm just talking just based
Because
on
if
Men
we
lie.
do that, we might as well just go back to the NBA and say some people are just.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
So then we should talk about what's going on in the NBA then.
No, but that's a different
It's a
dynamic.
much
Because I know where the reason why it's a different dynamic is because when you take the numbers out, and somebody that I follow I can't take credit for this. There's a guy I follow on TikTok, Sports Fluent. He is brilliant. He really dissects the numbers, and he said something that I think you will appreciate, Keisha. I meant to tag you in the video, but I got distracted
You
and
usually
then I
do.
couldn't find the video no more. But I'm busy during the day. I'm busy. I'm a busy man. But he basically said, if you really want to break it down, LeBron has had 4 careers.
4.
He said LeBron has had 4 careers.
Literally.
He said, now don't get me wrong. He has been dominant in each one of them. But he made a very valid point as far as people using the fact that he's the all-time leading scorer as a reason why they put him over Jordan in terms of GOAT. He said you can't do that, because if you want to start dissecting careers by years, then you would have to reset it and start it at 0. So his points with the Lakers really wouldn't amount to anything. So you got to throw that out. You have to throw these Laker years out and just use what is comparable between the two of them. And I said, you know what? That actually kind of makes sense. He said it doesn't change the fact that he is the all-time leading scorer. That is absolutely true. But if you want to have a fair comparison, you've got to take the Laker years out. Just like with Jordan, you've got to take out the Wizard years. And I said, you know what? That makes perfect sense. Because you can't put either of those in. You've just got to go with the prime of their careers. What were they and what were the absolute primes of their career? And he said it's still very close. He said if you want to choose one, and he said I'm not taking either side. He said there's a case to be made for Jordan. There's a case to be made for LeBron. So He said, I just wanted to show you that, you got to be careful with these subjective debates. And I said, you know what? I respect that.
I respect
I
that.
absolutely
I
LeBron
respect
is
respect that.
that.
getting.
Because
LeBron goes to the game, and he gets senior discounts at
not seeing your
at the
discounts
concession stand.
at the
My
concession
man
stand.
is 50.
he, he
No,
got his
Al, he
AAR
don't get no
his
discounts. He
AARP
just gets
card.
it free. It just automatically. Like
He got his AARP
his
card.
name is the discount. Okay.
Like he's not even driving at the game no more. He's taking accessorize now. Right?
Not accessorize. Do they call it accessoride in LA? What do they
He
call it
like
in LA?
Cardi B. He gets discounts with everything.
Braun Mobile. It's
I'm not
called the
even.
Braun Mobile.
But no, I really think that nobody is nobody is getting it like Asia. The, now I got a question. Do we do we look at Diana and say she had okay year? I mean,
Diana Taurasi?
Diane not okay year, but her career is okay because she played majority of the time with.
No, Diana Taurasi would absolutely be she should be in the GOAT conversation. I wouldn't say that she just in terms of what she's meant for women's basketball. And but I think the same can be said to a degree for Maya Moore. Maya Moore's career stats in the W:
Talk about my girl. Talk about my
18.4
girl.
points per game,
Talk about her.
18.4 points per game, 6 rebounds a game, 3.3 assists. That's her career in the W. That is for her career in the W. 18.4 a game, 6 assists, 3.3 six rebounds, 3.3 assists.
Those are incredible
By
numbers.
contrast, they
But
are
that's not. But
absolutely.
that ain't Asia numbers.
Asia Wilson's career numbers. Again, this is from Basketball Reference. And at this point, Maya Moore played 271 total games. So again, this is, and I'm using sports fluence logic. Maya Moore played 271 games in the W.
Okay.
To this point, Asia Wilson, as of this date, as of right now, Asia Wilson has played 267 games in the W. Obviously, we know things have changed. The league has expanded since Maya was in there, and there are more games per season. So she will eventually play more games than Maya Moore will.
And more teams.
Well, I don't know. Vegas may lock her up forever if they're smart. If they're smart, they lock her up forever. She retires a Vegas ace if they're smart. But just, again, 271 to 267. So just using the 267 games that she has played, Asia, 21.4 points per game. 9.3 rebounds per game. 2.3 assists per game.
Oh.
Again, taking nothing away from the greatness of Maya Moore, but just from a numbers perspective.
So
with
is
the
it
games
a
being
big
even,
difference though, D-Lo?
Is a 3-point difference in rebounds, and there's three rebound difference. There's a 3-point difference in points per game, and Asia has an assist less per game. So, but my point is, and again, that's taking nothing away from Maya. I'm just saying, if we do that, you gotta. Willie Green joins the podcast officially.
What's up? Well,
You gotta then put Asia at least in the conversation. If you're gonna put Maya at the top, which I don't have a beef with that. I have no beef with it at all. But Asia's got to be in the conversation. Just based on the numbers. Asia's got to be in the conversation.
she can be in the conversation, but for me, she cannot be before Maya. I cannot do that.
Okay, I'm all right.
I can't even do that before Cooper.
All right, let's pull up Cynthia Cooper's stats.
So here's
No,
my
no, 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 no. We don't have to do that. He is a
I know she's a Cynthia Cooper
loyalist,
fan. I know
yo.
that.
She's
That's
a
her girl.
loyalist. You don't even have to do that. She's not gonna budge on that.
I'm not asking her to budge. I'm just now. Don't get me wrong. Now Cynthia Cooper obviously had a longer career overseas, and she was older when the W came into fruition. So she only has 124 games in the W. Only 124. Now Cynthia Cooper, 21 points a game. No argument. No argument. 3.3 rebounds a game, 5 assists a game. No, so for me, if you would have said Cynthia Cooper is your GOAT, I would have given you that, Keisha. But I don't take issue with Maya Moore being in the conversation, but I can't put Maya Moore over Asia Wilson. Now, if you want to say Cynthia Cooper over Asia Wilson, I might give that to you. Because again, from a standpoint of who had it harder, I would say Cynthia Cooper because she came into the league as an older player. It was a brand new league. We didn't know if it was gonna even work. So she had to. She had so if you want to say Cynthia Cooper's the GOAT, have it.
I give you that.
Have it. You will get no argument out of me over Cynthia Cooper being the GOAT. And you want to make Maya Moore your number 2, that's fine. But because I can't even put Maya Moore over Cynthia Cooper. I can't.
So it's so hard. It's so hard because if you notice on my post, I never said who was 1 or 2. I just gave my top 5
You did.
because that is hard.
You didn't say in no particular order, so people might interpret the way you listed them as the order. So
yes, but I can't because
Which was your order? Stop playing, Keith.
I think he just called you out, Keisha. I think he just called you out.
I
We know
did
you.
start with Maya.
Those people may not know you,
But
we
we know
you.
you.
That was your order.
I did start with Maya in my head though. I really did. But Demo, and you know I'm a huge Tina Thompson fan. So I can't.
All right, let's pull up Tina Thompson. Since we here now, let's just do it. This is a welcome change from our usual men's GOAT conversation, so I'm enjoying this quite honestly.
Will, who you got for your top?
You're muted, Will.
You always come with technical difficulties.
It's that iPhone 12.
He's on his computer.
L, you'll be so proud of me. I upgraded.
You got 17?
I got a 16. A little close.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hey,
But at least I got a
ain't
Pro
mad at you.
Max. I got a Pro Max.
Listen, the Pro Max is the only way to go. If I'm getting a new iPhone, it's gonna be a Pro Max. When you see that camera and you see the way the apps flow, you can and the size of the phone.
I just couldn't do the 17. My money was like,
Oh no, I'm not even looking at the 17 to early next year. It is time for an upgrade because I'm still on the 14 Pro Max, but my 14 Pro Max is still running great. So I usually upgrade every 2 years. I waited an extra year this year, so I'll get the 17, just not yet.
I'll get the 19. I'll be all right.
The 19.
Be all right.
Tina Thompson, whom you love, played 500 games in the WNBA. Well, 496. 496 games in the WNBA. A very respectable 15.1 points per game, 6.2 rebounds a game, and an assist and a half a game. So, I mean, Tina Thompson is somebody who, she's a household name. Tina Thompson I think she gets additional accolades because she was on that championship dynasty in Houston.
They won like 7 in a row.
Like was she great?
Her,
Was
Cynthia
she great?
Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, all of them.
Yeah, that team was the one of the greatest dynasties in professional sports.
The greatest.
One of the greatest dynasties in professional sports. I got some other dynastic teams that might have something to say about that. Listen, I'm talking about sports as a whole, not just basketball. I'm talking about sports. That's what I said. They were one of the great dynasties in sports. But I'm sorry. The 90s Yankees
Oh, that's different.
That's to me, that's the greatest dynasty in professional sports.
That's different. I
And
can understand that.
not just because I watched it, but because
It
what
was
they
real.
did what they did from 96 to 2000 was unreal.
No, that's different. I had a Subway Series on jersey.
Right.
That the last one was when?
The last Subway series?
All right.
Yeah.
So,
2000.
Now I'm back. Now I'm back.
All right, there we go. His wife had to help him get this audio together.
Thank God for the wife.
Thank God for the helpmate.
That's
Thank
right.
God for the
Thank God for the
helpmate.
rib. Look. Thank God for the rib.
As- no, Keisha, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All
Because
right.
I was with you on that, Keisha.
Okay.
I was with you. I had the
'Cause you-
same thought you did. I
Okay.
did. That's what, no.
Okay.
We
I
not even
just
gonna
thought it was
respond.
me.
We
No
know we're not
problem.
gonna respond. We're not gonna respond. We're not gonna do it.
No problem.
So Willie, we were asking who would be in your top 5 of WNBA players all time.
All time. Oh man, that's very tough.
It is.
I would first start with me as a one of the probably first partakers in the WNBA. Cheryl Swoops is number one.
Okay.
I would put AJ Wilson at number two
Okay.
because she's current.
I know I'm fine with Asia Wilson, but I mean
Well, over.
Cheryl Swoops over Asia Wilson. I don't know.
Yeah, she set the bar. Her and Cynthia Cooper. But I can't really.
Cynthia Cooper. I think. You know what? I think, and I'm not gonna say she was overrated. She wasn't. She was absolutely great. But I think she gets a lot more credit than she deserves
mean,
with that
Cynthia.
Houston
She
Comets team.
really does.
Because
And it,
Cynthia Cooper was that team.
yes, she was.
Oh, you mean you said Cheryl Swoops gets too much credit?
Yeah, I think Cheryl Swoops gets too much credit where it comes to that team. Where it
But
comes
there's
to
no
that.
there's
To
but there's no
that,
4 championships without her, man. That's why I say. And then let's think about something. Cheryl was a winner before she got the. So
I
she
mean,
was a bona fide
was
scorer.
Cynthia. So was Cynthia.
I
You got to
just-
remember,
they canceled it.
they both joined the WNBA late in their
Late,
career.
yeah, they did.
If you're gonna do that to me, then I gotta put them both at one because they both canceled each other out.
I
I
mean,
don't know,
see that.
because for her career,
I like-
Cynthia Cooper still has like a 6 point average of 6 points per game more than Cheryl Swoops for her career. I'm just saying.
Really, I just think my take on her is Cynthia was the heart and soul, but when it came to getting the bucket, Cheryl got your bucket in crucial moments.
She was clutch.
wasn't-
That's true. She was clutch. She was clutch.
she wasn't my
That's why
favorite.
I'm not saying she's my favorite. I'm just saying if you ask me from my top 5, but remember
Oh,
this
okay.
is mine. And
Okay.
I put Asia at number 2, and she's a close number 1. I feel like the 4 WNBA MVPs kind of leave her right there. Right now, if she surpasses that, then she moves.
I respect it.
My number 3 is Candace Parker.
Okay.
My number 4,
You said Candace Parker?
yes, yes. She was a combo 3 that nobody could guard.
And just to be
Compounding her-
fair, for those of you who are watching and are probably thinking of an omission, we're talking players who played in the WNBA, because the all-time greatest women's player of all time is Cheryl Miller. Period.
Absolutely.
But she never played in the WNBA.
With Nancy Lieberman Klein, a close
As I
second.
said, yes.
All right, so let's go there. So with number 4, I have to go with Maya Moore.
Okay.
And my number 5 is
Keisha don't like that you got Maya so low on your list.
That's too low
she,
for
she
me.
was on a loaded team.
I was good with number 2. If you had her there.
She's on a loaded team.
So was Cynthia Cooper. So was Cheryl Swoops.
How
That's
loaded
true.
were they? They had one. They had a 1-2 punch,
Are
and
you
and
kidding me?
Tina
And no,
Thompson came.
they had three.
Wait,
They had
wait.
Tina and
Tina,
Tanny Thompson. Tina
Tina
Thompson.
Thompson came a year later
But
after
they,
the
they
first
but
chip.
But they
but
were
with
still
but
loaded.
but
Do
they
you not
won like
understand
4 in
what
a
he
row.
won? Yeah.
They won like 4 in a
Do
row.
you blame that on drafting or do you blame that on just pure talent being there? Because they were drafted all at the same team.
It was still talent that was there.
I mean, you as a coach and as a front office, you can only work with the talent you're given. I mean, I can't say that oh well they drafted too good. No, they developed the talent. I mean, they put it
I
together
never
well.
heard that in any sport that we will say that.
I'm 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 just a fan of them. I'm just a fan of Shell Swoop.
Oh.
Nothing wrong
What's
with
the
that.
last one?
No, Keisha over
'Cause
it.
Keisha Wilson is my number 5.
Who?
I did that on purpose. Keisha, you my number 5.
Freak out of here.
Well, Keisha has never played in the W either.
I know. Um, number 5 is
Her sister has.
I say Lisa Leslie. I go with Lisa Leslie.
Lisa
Lisa
Leslie.
Leslie.
Okay.
I go with Lisa Leslie.
Okay. 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 Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Who was
Not bad.
L's? The L's name is?
Nope. L didn't do one.
I'm going Asia straight out the gate. Now we talking WNBA.
WNBA. Oh, the criteria is they must have played in the WNBA.
I'm
That's
going
why Cheryl
Asia.
Miller and Nancy Lieber McCline are out.
Out,
Even
yeah.
though they are the two
They are the
greatest women's
two
basketball
greatest.
players ever.
Asia, Maya,
Okay.
You sleepy.
Why? Because
Keisha is crazy.
he put Asia over Maya.
Dad.
We already discussed that.
Yo, what
She
is this? What
averages
is this?
3 points per
Yo,
game
did you go to
more.
UConn or
Maya,
something?
No.
So what you talking about?
Keisha with the Hofstra.
I ain't go there.
I know.
Cooper,
Cynthia Cooper. Okay.
Nigga about to say Angel Reese.
He is not gonna say Angel Reese. Paige Beckers.
so stupid, yo.
Nobody better ever say Caitlin Clark ever again.
I'm gonna go with.
Got to talk about how good Indiana's playing without her, but that's another conversation.
Yo, this is hard. This is
It
real
is.
hard.
It is hard.
Asia,
That women's game is a
Maya,
problem.
Asia, Maya, Cynthia Cooper, and then I'm just gonna throw 2 names in there that nobody's gonna throw in there because the other names are just too much to try to pick from. Shaniqua,
Holdsclaw?
Shamiqua
yes.
Holdsclaw.
Jamiqua Holdsclaw.
I liked her too.
But her
Yeah.
body of work was
Her career
limited
was
though.
cut. Yeah, her career was cut short by
Yeah.
injury.
Yeah, she had an injury.
Her body
I
of
told y'all I'm
body
just
of work
throwing
was
2 names in there, and
Shout
Monica
out to Christ the
McCall.
King. That was a Love and Basketball reference. Y'all are stupid. Y'all missed it.
Monica McCall. That's the safe side, y'all.
I'm so shocked and surprised that y'all didn't put Spoon or Dawn.
Spoon ain't got no chip.
And Dawn did not play in the WNBA.
Well,
Dawn
she
Staley?
did.
She
Dawn
played
She
in.
Staley?
did. She played
No,
on that.
she played on Charlotte Sting.
Yeah, she played on there
Very
for
briefly.
1
because
year, I think.
She
Wasn't
because
it a year?
she played
But
in
wait.
she
To her
played in the
credit,
ABL.
she took him
played
to
in
a
the
She
chip.
took them to the finals.
Yeah,
She took
but
him to the chips.
one season does not a career make to be the GOAT of a league.
Well,
We're talking about the WNBA GOAT. Because that's
Now,
why.
if you
Remember,
want to
that's
have
why
if you want to have an even more interesting conversation, Whose number would be retired in every arena? Gotta give it to Maya Moore.
I could agree with that.
I agree with that.
Just in terms of
D'Lo?
what she did for the league, um, meaning getting the Jackie Robinson treatment.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah, but again, that's why Maya Moore, for what I said that from the beginning, was for what she did for women's basketball, she's got to be in the conversation. But Asia Wilson's numbers are better. I'm just saying. Keisha don't want to hear that, but
We
that's what
heard
it
you.
is.
I heard you. I
I
heard
know you
you.
heard it. You didn't want to hear it, but
Right now,
Uh,
Asia's the LeBron of the WNBA. I'm sorry.
Asia's pace is ridiculous right now, and she's 29 in a
And
league
not,
where she can play till she's 40.
I'm about to say, and she's not even in that prime yet because that jumper ain't fluid yet.
They gonna get that chip.
I don't know. Nafisa got a chip on her shoulder.
She annoying
But
to me.
but I do think that the loss of Dejanay
Right, Will?
Carrington is gonna hurt Minnesota.
Yes.
I do think that the loss of Dejanay Carrington is gonna hurt them
Yeah, because
because
she got injured.
for all of her off the court drama, that's a hell of a point guard.
Yeah.
That girl can play ball. Even though she got a lot of off the court stuff, but that girl can play ball.
She got a lot of off course stuff. She needs to stay away from the cat.
Listen, that she hanging out with her friends, the stud buds out there in Minnesota.
Listen.
The cat got her tripping.
I'm not even getting involved in that.
Keisha.
David is not here, Keisha. We're not doing this. No
Got her
David Wright style
tripping.
jokes tonight. So, in other WNBA news today, the New York Liberty announced that Sandy Brondello, the coach who brought them their first world title last year, after this year's first round exit, will not be returning as head coach going forward. What do we think about that?
I was shocked.
I wasn't. She can't handle a personality like Angel Reese.
So you think that's the setup?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, so you think Spoon is coming?
Yep.
Spoon is the assistant GM.
She coming
So you
downstairs.
know what's so funny? That L said that, and I think I brought this up before. You know that she was supposed to go to Minnesota Lynx, but the reason why she didn't go was because of the fact that the coach said that she couldn't handle a player like Angel.
There you have it.
You need the right personality.
And Spoon is definitely right for her.
I think Sandy Brondello
Y'all really
was
think that
done.
they did that for somebody like Angel? It's not that serious.
No, that's not the question, Key. The question really on the table, Key, is what size jersey you wear?
I would never. I will be at the arena booing.
Sam
It's not that
Jennings.
serious. Are we really? No, seriously. Now that we on this topic, we really sitting there putting that much effort into Angel.
I don't think that that's the case, Keisha. I don't.
Oh, thank you. Because it's just
I'm gonna tell you why. I think why she got Denon was purely basketball, and like I told you earlier when you texted to me because I hadn't seen it yet.
she was another 10.
I told you it didn't surprise me because that was it. She fell into the Tom Thibodeau flow in the playoffs this year. She did not play her bench. When you don't Niara Sabali, you got Niara Sabali, who was key to you winning the championship last year, glued to the bench when she should have been the person guarding her sister.
Exactly.
She should have been when. Okay, yes, Satu had a bad game one, but once you saw Satu Sabali starting to get off in game two, you should have said, Niara, get her.
But in her defense, they had a lot of injuries this year though, D-Lo.
Absolutely, but the thought was once they got healthy and got to the dance, they were as good as anybody, and I agreed with that because again, there was depth on this Liberty team that she did not use.
Were they healthy? Because I don't feel like Stewie was
The
healthy.
the only person Stewie scored 30 in the closeout game on one leg.
I think they forced her to play, but
And right, no, you know what? You may not be wrong, but she still put up 30.
she did.
No
She put up
Sabrina, right? Was no Sabrina, right?
Sabrina
No,
played.
Sabrina was there,
She
but
wasn't good.
Jones, they big girl Jones, started off late because of an injury that she
Jonquel
had.
Jones only had 3 points in the closeout game. You didn't go to Niara Sabali. You only played Emma Mieseman, who you brought in to be your spark off the bench. You played her 12 minutes in the closeout game. Like, what are we doing here? She went full on Tibbs in the closeout game.
Yo,
It's in
Mercury
the
beat
water.
them like they stole something. It was
She was
embarrassing.
It's in
But
the
but
water.
but it's
The Liberty scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, all scored by Stewie.
I think it was an emotional season for them.
It was.
Just being the hunted.
And I'm also going to tell you this, and Keisha, I know you're going to agree as soon as I say it.
I'm
They
about to.
they missed Betnijah Laney Hamilton. They missed her this year. She wasn't a big scorer, but she was the heart and soul of that team last year.
She was a freaking beast.
She always took on the toughest defensive assignment on the opposing team.
Toughest one.
She because it was her bodying up Nafisa Collier last year,
Sure was.
Stewie could stay fresh enough to put up those points that were needed. Like she always took on the toughest. She was the Josh Hart of the Liberty.
I would say that. That's a good
Absolutely.
comparison.
Absolutely.
Good comparison. She definitely was.
And they missed her this year. They absolutely missed her this year.
But you know what, D'Lo? It kind of remind me of that conversation that we had. I felt like New York was like on a high last year with the fact that they had the parade, they won their first trip and everything. And them owners was like, we still want that. We
Absolutely.
still on that
Listen,
high.
this is New York. Once you get a taste of it, you want it again.
And I think that became the dilemma for them
Yep.
because New York is not, like you said, New York is never satisfied.
No.
Never.
You win once, you better win again.
That's
And you better
exactly
keep
what they
winning.
wanted. Yeah.
And you better keep winning.
That's exactly what they wanted. They loved like Elle was saying. They loved everything about the Knicks doing the playoffs. They loved the crowd. They loved the energy and everything. The fact that we didn't really get any of that this year, it was like, what?
New York jerseys are the heaviest jerseys in professional sports. If you put
Every
on
sport.
and if you put on if you put on a jersey that says New York across the front of it,
You are expected to win.
that's it. There's
The expectations is
even
high.
even teams that haven't won in a long time, like the Jets and the Giants, there's still an expectation from the fans.
Even
There's-
with sorry records.
Right. There's still an expectation from the fans. And we're not even going to talk about the New York Jets, whose defense is absolutely awful. That defense is... Anyway, I'm not even going to go into it. We're still talking basketball. So Sandy Brondello is out. So we've already got one name in the hat. Who are some of the other names that you think would be able to restore this Liberty team back to its glory?
Dawn.
Angel is the savior.
Dawn Staley is not coming to the pro game unless it's in the men's game. I can't see her coming to the W.
Not
Now
gonna
she
happen.
said
You're
that
absolutely
she will
right.
come only if the money was right.
Right, and the W coaches are not getting paid like that.
I'm surprised the Knicks really asked her.
I'm not surprised at all. Dawn Staley is a brilliant basketball mind.
Yeah.
Remember, you got to remember Becky Hammond was on the staff of one of the greatest coaches in NBA history, Greg Popovich, for years.
That's what Angel needs. Angel needs a Becky.
Becky Hammond is one of the greatest minds there is, and Dawn Staley is one of the greatest basketball minds there are in a skirt as a female.
Hey, you going?
So
Who y'all think is gonna? I don't see nobody else besides Spoon.
I'm gonna throw out a name that if you follow women's basketball, you will know it's a man. But I think he could right the ship very quickly. Bill Laimbeer.
But wasn't he
I
here?
agree.
He was, but he didn't have this roster. I think Bill Laimbeer wins with this roster.
I agree.
I'd throw another name out there, but I don't think he's even interested in coaching anymore.
Tom Thibodeau.
Tiz. Me and D-Lo.
That and another.
Tom Thibodeau's not going to get another
Isaiah
job.
Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Maybe
But
if
then-
Dolan, maybe if Dolan still owned the team.
Tibbs is retired. He's not getting another job.
Tim's not giving up $30 million. I wouldn't want another job neither.
I mean, hey,
And nobody's
I'm
gonna
not
pick up that tab.
I'm not right. I'm not leaving $30 million on the table. I'm gonna
But
sit
New
down.
York Liberty, I feel like anything is possible.
No
For a
one,
coach,
Keisha, is gonna
But
pick
but
up that
but,
$30
but
million
and
tab
right,
that
no,
the Knicks left.
no, the Liberty are not paying Tom Thibodeau $10 million a year.
No way.
I
They're
mean,
not
not for
gonna
Tibbs. I'm just talking about who wouldn't want to come to New York to be a coach.
You better off drawing
A
Bill
lot of
Belichick
people-
from North Carolina.
That's what
Of
I'm
a
saying.
truth, a lot of people would not want to come to New York to be a coach because, again,
Pressure's
you,
too much.
You think the pressure is hard on the players. What do you think? Tom Thibodeau is coming off the first trip to the Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years, and he got fired. Sandy Brondello won the first championship in New York Liberty history, and she wasn't fired, but she was told that they weren't renew her. First of all, she won a championship, and they let her get to the last year of her contract.
Yep.
Usually that's a guaranteed extension.
Yo, let me tell you, D-Lo, my friend works at Barclay. She said that they got a text, and they said that they sent out a text, and the security guards made sure that she got the exit. Like, please
So they
make
can't-
sure that Mrs. So and So get the.
Yeah,
So
they
they
had to
Aaron
escort her
Rod-
out.
So the Aaron Rodgers her.
So I mean,
So they come in the
it's-
building, your services are no longer needed.
Sure did. That's exactly what my friend said happened today.
we done lost. We lost the
L's over there got a whole demon in his screen. Look, it's been black the whole entire
It's been
show.
black for a minute, but okay, here come Willie because we lost Willie for a second. There he is.
I'm here.
But the New
Gino will
York,
never leave UConn.
New York is Gino is old. Gino is not leaving UConn. Dawn is not leaving South Carolina to come here. Not for the WNBA job.
But I think
No.
it's gonna take a hell of a lot of convincing for somebody to be in that Barclays Center, man.
Right,
Nobody's
exactly.
not. That's my point. That's what I'm
Especially
saying.
now that they've won the championship.
Right.
Now,
There's
now it's an
nobody that- like I said, those two
expectation.
names, like you said, Lambert and Isaiah Thomas, I think they're the only ones that would take a chance.
I hear Rick Mahorn might be good as well.
Now the chicks beat him up. The chicks beat him up.
They body slam him well.
Yo, they snuffed him when they was in Detroit. Snuffed him. When the LA Sparks in the Detroit
Detroit shot.
fighting.
Yep. During that fight.
They snuffed Lambert.
Not Lambert, Rick Mahorn.
Rick Mahorn, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now I can understand if people will sit there and say this is too much pressure on the next coach. But for the Knicks, no. Mike Brown don't got pressure like that. Not
Yes, he
like
does.
Liberty do.
Mike Brown got a lot of pressure on him.
Mike Brown actually
Not
has
to the degree of Liberty though.
yes, Mike Brown has more pressure now. And the worst thing that could have happened to Mike Brown was all of these injuries because now he takes over with his team as the favorite in the Eastern Conference.
Big difference than the underdog. That's right.
Yeah.
Nobody had expectations of you.
Right.
I just didn't think that he would have that
the
much
Knicks are
pressure
not
because
chasing
Liberty-
anybody in the East. Everybody's chasing them.
I didn't think that he had that much pressure because Liberty won a chip. No disrespect, but the Knicks haven't in a while. So
But that's why he has the pressure. And then Tibbs is coming off of getting to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. And then Halliburton goes down in the finals. That was your favorite in the East for next year. So that's your favorite. Your the East favorite went down in the team that would have been the favorite in the East went down in the Eastern Conference Finals. Their 2026 was shot during the NBA Finals of this year.
so Spoon's gonna get it.
Nobody believes in Cleveland, and Milwaukee was dismantled.
The only
Like-
person, the only team that has a puncher's chance, possibly,
Orlando.
is Atlanta.
Eh.
I don't want to say that.
I wouldn't sleep on them because they're young.
I
And
don't
there's
sleep
no
on them because they're
expectation, and that's
young.
what I love.
Orlando is young too.
But Trey Young
Orlando's been in
hasn't
the playoffs.
Trey Young hasn't proven that he can be that kind of a leader yet, though.
Come on, let's think about it. He's 4 years off of being in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics.
Right, but he still hasn't.
But with no team, no talent around him, no real talent around him in those years. Now we talking about Porzingis, we talking about Reece Shea, and we talking about a bunch of one-year deals that don't have a problem with being the dirty man and doing the dirty work for Trey as he goes to work.
Didn't they get swept
We'll see what
In
happens.
the Eastern Conference Finals?
last year? Yeah, or this year.
The year
No, they
before.
were in the playing. They were in the playing.
They were playing this year.
Yeah, they were in the playing. And for me, just being in the playing with the talent that they didn't have, that's speaking volumes right there.
I ain't worried about Atlanta.
Nah, I
Better.
mean,
They always give the Knicks problems.
LA.
not last year they did.
I ain't worried about them.
All right, y'all.
No,
So what's the ones that y'all don't think about? We come
No,
back to
the Knicks split with Atlanta last year, so there is something to what Willie is saying. The Knicks split with Atlanta last year; they were 2-2.
Just
So-
like we talked about Indiana 2 years in a row.
You know, but again, Porzingis is only a factor if he's healthy,
True.
and that's
health is wealth.
that's a big if.
Wait,
So-
is that where he went?
Yes, Porzingis is in Atlanta.
I ain't worried about that.
If Porzingis is healthy, they've got a shot. If
That's
Porzingis
another.
is-
That's another Anthony Davis. I'm good.
not another Anthony Davis. Wow. Wow, Keisha.
That's another Glass. We all right.
Another Mr. Glass.
Yeah, the Knicks is all right. I ain't worried.
Speaking of Glass,
Talking like I'm a Knicks fan.
Because you deeply are.
on the low, you one of us, Keisha. It's all right. It's really okay.
I
Go on,
accept it.
go and get your cat jersey and walk around in it.
I will not.
What's wrong
I
with a
will
cat
not.
jersey?
I don't want to get sassed. I'd rather
Yo,
I get heart.
I was in Myrtle Beach a couple weeks ago, and yo, there's a store in one of the Tenga outlets out there that sells like jerseys and stuff like that from pro players' high schools. And so I'm going through the store. I'm looking. It's got some real nice stuff. They had an Angel Reese. I thought about Keisha immediately. I was like, "How much is this?"
Don't do it.
Because I was gonna get it for you, Keisha.
Don't do it.
But I was like, "Let me chill. Let me chill.
And bring it to Zion.
Make her wear Angel Reese's high school jersey." But so I was actually looking for Jalen Brunson. They didn't have it. I was pissed off. He was like, "Well, so I'm telling the guy, I was like, I'm a Knicks fan." He's like, "Well, I've got Karl Anthony Towns." They pulled out that Karl Anthony Towns jersey. Why was the team colors like some pink and greenish looking? I said, no wonder they calling this man Zesty everywhere we go. This boy been wearing these kind of
Zest.
colors since high school.
Zest.
I meant to take a picture and send it to y'all.
Stop,
like,
Keisha.
like, yo,
Zest.
y'all leave
That's
Zesty
not
man
nice.
alone.
My God.
But he appears to be in good shape as well. Looking at him today during media.
Yo,
day.
y'all saw Zion?
Zion is ripped, but can he stay healthy?
He's
That
out
is
of the world.
These Ozempics is killing.
That is the real question. Can Zion stay healthy?
Can Zion keep a lock on can they keep a lock on the refrigerator for him at night?
And can he stay away from
Where Ozempic
OnlyFans
help?
models?
Keep away from the hamburgers
and from
and the
OnlyFans
jambalaya and
models
all that other stuff.
and
Gumbo.
OnlyFans models.
Right.
He be with OnlyFans models.
You,
What?
Keisha, where was you at?
I thought it was just some of the pastors, but he be out there.
Keisha,
Wow.
he had a whole big thing with an OnlyFans model last year.
Only had a baby.
He had a baby by the OnlyFans model.
OnlyFans.
Yep.
They make money.
Keisha,
I
you
was
said
thinking
that
about putting my feet on there.
I was about Keisha. Why you sound like you contemplating it? Cut it out. You bet not,
Yo,
Keisha.
women be putting their feet on it. They be making money.
Keisha, you bet not.
I ain't got no bunions, no nothing. My feet pretty.
Keisha, you bet not.
We could take church guy like sports to another level with OnlyFans money.
We will not, Keisha.
If I pay my tithes to your church, you will take it.
We will not come with the filthy lucre.
OnlyFans toes.
OnlyFans ties. I'm gonna put that right on the envelope. Al, you want the OnlyFans ties? Blessing?
Send that right over to 474.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I will not exploit my sister for gain.
I'm mad
Nobody
that
I didn't. You ain't exploiting
L
her.
ain't put no
She
background
doing it
up.
herself.
I'm mad that L ain't putting no background up. He looking like in the LL Cool J video back here.
Doing it well.
Doing it well.
This is from a. This is hard to say.
Yo, Willie is wild for that. All right. Shifting gears. Speaking of glass, we're talking about the glass that is breaking over at Citi Field in Queens, where the New York Mets are in a tremendous free fall.
What happened?
On June 7th, the New York Mets had a record of 45-24, which at the time was the best record in the major leagues. Since then, they have not only fallen out of first place in the National League East, but as of 2 nights ago, they have fallen out of the wild card race and no longer control their own destiny. After signing Juan Soto to the largest contract in professional baseball history in terms of annual value, what has happened to the New York Mets? Anybody want to weigh in?
Their
It
pitching
is the
sucks.
Juan Soto curse.
No,
The curse of Juan Soto?
you cannot blame.
I co-sign with D. L.
Y'all can co-sign all you want. I'm a baseball guy, and L know I'm about to tell it. Tell the truth the way it is. You cannot win baseball games without pitching.
No,
And their pitching
absolutely.
sucks. Their pitching sucks. Juan Soto is not to blame for this season. He hit over 40 home runs.
None of their hitters are to blame. Pete Alonso is having a tremendous year. Lindor's having a great year. Brandon Nimmo's having a great year at the plate. They're
not their
hitting the
offense.
cover off the ball.
So
But-
what happened to the pitcher?
They suck.
They suck.
Bottom line, the pitching has been awful.
So they
It
spent all
is-
that money on Soto and not get a pitcher?
And
It is the Juan Soto curse.
They are counting on their farm system to elevate the pitching staff, and that's not going to happen overnight. They just brought a 19-year-old in there, and he got roughed up 2 weeks ago, and he was in front of the camera almost ready to cry. He's still a kid.
And I
You
thought
need
my
savvy
Yankees
veterans
was
that
doing
know
bad.
how to pitch in October. And September and August is the meat of the schedule. Omar Minaya is out. He hasn't been transformed the way he was last year. And what's the other guy from the Yankees? Clay Holmes. Should have went to AAA.
First of all, they should not have tried to turn Clay Holmes back into a starter.
Absolutely.
He was a closer. Leave him where he's at. You see, Mo started off as a starter. Once they realized he was better in the bullpen, the Yankees put him in the pen and never looked back. Became the best closer in baseball.
And I think with Mendoza, he tried to go to the bottle too many times, especially with him. And when you see that it's definitely not working, Peterson was their best pitcher this year.
Yep.
He averaged 6.5 innings of pitching this season. I think what he's over 40 starts. mean, 21. He has 21 starts or something.
21
like that.
starts. Mm-hmm.
So he's been their horse for them. And I don't know why they're not pitching him every third day now, being that they're trying to get into the playoffs. But they're not doing it. But the offense is not to blame this year.
No, the offense is not to blame this year.
But I know
The
one thing:
offense,
we
the
get 48
offense
innings of
wasn't
pitching
the
from this
offense
offense.
wasn't to blame for that 90 years the Red Sox couldn't get it. It's
L's
the
just saying
Juan
it's a curse.
Soto.
It's not a curse, man. Let me give you this scenario. With my, God
Don't
rest my
explain
father's
them
opinion.
being in first place earlier this year, dog.
Everybody hits a wall, bro.
I
Not that
mean,
much of a
that,
wall.
I mean, to
They
go
just
from the
picked the wrong time to hit
the
it.
best record in baseball to only being a half game up for the last wild card spot.
This is a wall. This is walls of Jericho for them.
Listen, strength of schedule matters too. Let's think about the Yankees. The Yankees are 2 games out, and they got Chicago and Baltimore.
Yankees currently trail the White Sox 2-1 in tonight's game. Again, this could be the clincher tonight if they can find a way to win. They can clinch their spot.
I was about to say, ain't they winning? Yeah, they playing tonight.
They're playing tonight a Yankee win tonight will clinch their playoff spot.
Right.
But they are only 2 games back of Toronto for the American League East,
And they need help from Boston.
which is what they want. Yes, you want the American League East because that guarantees you home games in the first round.
It's not gonna matter. Aaron Judge
fact,
is gonna go on vacation as soon as the playoffs start.
In fact, in the Yankees' case, because they have the second best record in baseball right now, Toronto is 90 and 66. The Yankees are 88 and 68. So it's a true 2 games. Seattle leads the West right now in the American League, but they're a game back of the Yankees in terms of overall record. So if the Yankees can win the East, they will garner home field throughout the American League playoffs.
And get a bye.
So they need to catch Toronto.
And they need Boston to whip up on them handily. So if they happen to don't get that number 1 seed in the East, they're gonna have to play Boston.
Yep, which is never fun in the playoffs for them since 2004.
So
Doesn't matter. Aaron Judge is gonna disappear.
I love y'all. I'm about to go watch the Aces and Fever game.
go Aces.
Let's go Aces.
I want them to get the chip, actually. I ain't
Me
mad
too.
at it.
If they play Minnesota, I don't think that's gonna happen.
And the Red
All right,
Sox
good night.
and the Red Sox lead the Blue Jays 4-1 top of the 8th inning.
I'm not talking to Will. Good night.
That's not
Call it how I
nice,
see
Keisha.
it. Love you,
All right,
sis.
Keisha, we'll see you next week.
Next week.
With your Angel Reese jersey on.
Oh God.
I will not.
Will
Go get that Zesty Towns.
I will not. I'll wear it when I'm ready. Okay?
I'm gonna go back to
This is
Myrtle Beach and go get that
it's
Zesty
a really
Towns.
hard moment for me. Okay? Bad enough that I got it sitting in here.
Have you tried it on yet?
I don't even want to look at that thing. But I will give it away once I wear it. Y'all let me know who needs it. I'll give it. It's a medium. I'll give it away.
That's out of our league.
Bye,
For
Keisha.
free.
For free.
Good night.
Bye, Keisha. Shifting gears finally to WrestlePalooza, which was last weekend. Live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, we saw the WWE's first premium live event in the ESPN era. For those who have been under a rock someplace, the WWE has now inked a new 5-year, $2 billion deal with ESPN and their networks to air all premium live events. The biggest issue with this deal is the fact that as part of ESPN's new unlimited package, most of America is actually locked out of ESPN Unlimited unless you're willing to pay an additional $30 per month, $29.99 for their package to be able to get ESPN Unlimited. There were only, as of right now, there were only 5 cable providers that actually have it to where you can still get ESPN Unlimited as part of the subscription. And the PLE itself, by my estimation, was lackluster. I'm sure you guys agree. But the most damning thing was ESPN's own mixed martial arts and boxing writer wrote an article on it and graded the show average, gave it a C, and it was a low C. And he said the only thing that saved it was the Stephanie Vaquer match with Io Sky for the women's championship.
Total debacle by WWE.
Just don't even have the words for it.
I don't.
I don't have the words neither, because there was even an attempt to make the Stephanie McMahon announcement the highlight of the night.
And that didn't go. How do you look surprised knowing that you're going into Hall of Fame?
She didn't know. I mean, that's how they do those things. They do those things because they did it to Triple H last year, where they had set it up and then they got it. They got him. They surprised you with it. She was probably told go sit ringside, and then they sent Undertaker out there to do it. So she was genuinely surprised. She shed a couple tears.
But it was dry.
I think there are a couple of reasons for that. Triple H overhyped the show. He told everybody, "Oh, there's going to be surprises. It's going to be a big deal." You put it in place as counter programming for AEW's All Out. So you're thinking when wrestling companies do that to each other, they're usually going to put on something big because they got to knock out their competition. And this was a glorified SmackDown. It was a glorified SmackDown. And I said something on TikTok yesterday that after Raw last night, I just think it's time for the WWE to think about giving the women their own show.
Right.
And I'm not talking about PLE. I'm talking about their own weekly show.
Right.
Because they are carrying the WWE right now. They are the only reason to watch WWE TV right now.
Right.
The women's division.
And
Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky was phenomenal.
Phenomenal, yeah. Best match of the whole thing.
Last night, Rhea Ripley versus
Asuka
was fantastic.
Yeah.
And that ending was even better.
Yeah.
The breakup of the Kabuki Warriors.
Yep.
I said, now this is freaking storytelling.
I just pray that Crown Jewel picks them up off the map.
Not gonna.
Right now they're a little they're dwindling from a right uppercut.
I mean, I don't even know if Crown Jewel can, because even this announcement of AJ versus John Cena. I mean, granted, I get it. It's Cena's retirement tour. But you want to know when Cena's retirement tour was interesting? During his heel run. And not because he was a heel, but because there was actually a story in it, and we weren't just throwing together random dream matches.
And we were intrigued by it.
Right.
Yeah.
Drawn to it to see what's he going to do next week.
Right. How is he going to ruin wrestling this week?
Right.
What was he going to do? Bringing back Brock, and you brought back Brock. First of all, let's start there. I went back and watched the first hour of the show again yesterday because I had a thought, and I thought my timing was off for some reason, but I went back and verified it. Show started at 7 p.m. In the first 52 minutes of that broadcast, there was exactly 9 minutes of wrestling. 9 minutes!
And Brock and Cena took up 7 of it.
In the first hour of a PLE, you give me 9 minutes of wrestling? And it wasn't even a compelling match.
No. Couple of attitude adjustments, couple of F5s, and we were looking around like, what?
What Redo, and I said it when Brock came back and he F5'd him at SummerSlam. I said, what is the point of Brock coming back? If you're gonna do this all over again.
And what was the sense
This
of
is
Paul Heyman coming
2015
out?
SummerSlam all over again.
Yeah. And Paul Heyman came out there. What was that about?
No idea.
I was hoping that maybe they were gonna inject some life into this Vision thing and have Brock F5 them.
Right. And I'm thinking like they were. I think it was so unscripted there. They were reaching.
Yeah, they
'Cause I don't
threw,
even think
they,
Brock knew that was gonna happen.
they threw that. Yeah, because he high-fived them at the end of it. Like
Right,
this was a total surprise.
Right. Like he didn't know that was gonna happen.
That none of them were in character at that point.
No.
That was a whole shoot.
Yeah. But
It's
like
not
I said,
sounding good, fellas.
the Cody and Drew McIntyre was wham, and
It was neither of them seemed invested in that match.
no. I think everybody's so invested in Crown Jewel, knowing that is guaranteed money. Because I know this ticket here. They say it grossed a lot of money, but I don't think it did. Viewership probably was down.
I'm sure viewership was down, but they made their money on the gate. It was the arena was sold out.
Well, it is Indiana.
Yeah, they're a sports starved town. And you had Halle Berry out there doing his thing.
I got a question that's not related to sports,
Uh-oh.
and he knows where I'm going.
Who?
L. Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
This is a green room preview.
Hey, no green room stuff on
No.
church guys.
No. I really want to thank him because I actually was proud of him in his performance Friday night. I definitely want to give him his kudos for that. But there's some controversy.
There's controversy.
Controversy.
Controversy?
Of the winner, of course. Come on. He knows that.
It's another show where
All right.
Save that for the green room. We could do a live joint on Limitless. We could
let me say
save that
this.
for
Let me
that.
say this.
Uh-oh.
Let me say this. Dude was nice. Dude was nice. His wordplay was ridiculous. That sudden death wasn't necessary though.
Leave it right there.
That sudden death wasn't necessary though.
D-Lo, set it up. Leave it right there.
Loke murdered that yo.
Leave it right there, dog. Trust me. Let's get back to sports.
So,
You had to be there. You had to be there, Dino. My bad.
So, returning back to the world of professional wrestling, it's interesting to see what's going to happen in Perth as they set up the Crown Jewel Championship, which another just money grab, which is because it's a meaningless thing. You have the SmackDown champion against the Raw champion, even though they're not billing them that way anymore.
Right.
But basically, it's the SmackDown champion versus the Raw champion, and that's your show. And the storylines have gone away. And can somebody tell me why Jacob Fatu has been off of TV for the last 2.5 months?
But I think Jacob Fatu was injured. I think he was injured.
I checked on it today. No injury.
Then there's really no storyline for him.
But this is a guy who was putting butts in seats. This is a guy that the crowd was firmly behind.
Unless they're trying to reinvigorate the bloodline with him in it.
Well, there was some talk that they ended the Bloodline saga too prematurely because we all said it. The Bloodline is something that could go on forever if done properly. The Bloodline is something that can go on forever because there's so many Fatus. It's just not even NOIs. And there's so many of them that is just not even funny. The bloodline of the Wild Samoans runs forever, and
First
Haku
of all,
and
the
all of
Hula
that.
Fala, the Hula Fala is like Yankee pinstripes. It has that much allure to it.
That's like having the wing championship.
Yeah.
I agree, and I think that's where they dropped the ball because, quite honestly, that would have been the best for me. That would have been the best place to inject the final boss character. That would have been the best place to inject the final boss.
Greatest.
Rock in that because he is arguably the greatest Samoan of the Attitude Era. He's still kind of in wrestling shape to where he can get in the ring if necessary. He's still gold on the mic, and even if you just show and he is actually the actual new High Chief. People forget that he is the
Yeah.
real life High Chief now.
Yeah.
He don't even have to show up every week. But the whole idea of the final boss as the true head of the table,
It's
and
still a
then-
storyline that everybody wants.
which is and that's how you get to Rock Roman and people are invested in it. Not the way they tried to do it, which was just try to throw it together.
But I think Paul is going to bring that out of nowhere, and he's very good and calculated at that. So I think he's holding that as his back pocket in case everything else is going on.
Well, the ship be sinking, in the words of Michael Ray Richardson.
So is that happening with The Rock as a heel?
Yeah, because Roman is a face
It
now.
would suit them better if he did that.
Roman is a face. Roman is the face. He has the Ula Fala. But if Rock shows up and goes, whoa, 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 whoa,
Everybody forgot who I am? Right.
I am the High Chief,
Right.
the final boss, the chairman of the board. Then you throw all of that together. I got you from every angle, corporately, family bloodline. You don't go. It all goes through me, Roman. That's something people get behind.
And
I can see that.
I see what, as far as what characteristic would Roman take in contrast to that? They both can't be heroes.
Well,
Or
Roman's not a heel anymore. Roman's a face.
I'm honest. This is just my take. This is
At
my
worst,
assessment.
Roman's a
I could be-
tweener, but Roman's a face.
I could be going far left with it. I honestly think with some of the things that have been transpiring in the past couple of weeks, I think if The Rock does come back, Jey Uso can be a heel that everybody.
And Jey Uso becomes the Rock's puppet
Right.
to challenge Roman for the Ula Fala.
Right.
But you know what, that makes sense because then it becomes long term storytelling because Jay was the original heir.
Right.
Roman out of Roman's mouth.
Right.
And Jimmy's been planting those seeds lately. Hey, you sounded a lot like Roman.
I don't care what the tribal chief say.
Hey, you starting to sound a lot like Roman now. What's going on? That's what Jimmy's been doing.
But
Like
To
that don't
his-
sound
to
like
his
you,
effect-
boss.
to his effect,
Who
he's
said
still
sound like
hot.
Roman?
so if anything, if Paul Levesque and them are paying attention, got to keep him hot.
But I think the best time to turn somebody heel is when they're at their white hottest as a face.
Okay.
Look at what they did with Oscar last night.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Right.
Everybody loved Oscar.
Right.
And
she
they turned her. That crowd was booing her at the end of the night.
Right.
That's how you do it. But that's where we are with the WWE as far as that goes. A lot is happening there.
How y'all feel about this Judgment Day storyline?
The Judgment Day. Do they really have a storyline?
Really.
Because all they really are right now are they're foils to set up Dom for his singles run. Because
Right.
Dom is slowly
He's on a roll.
he's he's on. They're strapping the rocket to Dom now.
Yeah.
They're strapping the rocket to, and rightfully so. Dom is the best heel they got right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic Mysterio is the best heel they got. So
And
I mean,
it proves the fact that he waited his turn.
he did.
He waited his turn.
Listen, he earned it because he was real green when he first came in, and we was all sick of seeing Dominic Mysterio with his daddy. It was,
Right.
but the best thing they could have done was when they turned him on Rey Mysterio,
Yeah.
and they got him looking like Eddie, which is hilarious. Again, it's brilliant. I mean, I'm looking at this dude going, this dude really think he's Eddie Guerrero.
I said when he won when he won the Luchador Championship at Worlds Collide.
Triple A. Yep.
Yeah, Triple A. I said, man, this guy's on a stratosphere right now, and they literally they're gonna hold on to him and go far.
Yeah. Yeah. And the best thing about him is he can headline both shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying about the WWE Championship. They should have always left it as the Undisputed Championship for both shows. One champion for both shows. That was the norm. If John Cena had the Universal Championship, he was going to both shows to face anybody. But that's no longer happening. And I think that's where they're dropping the ball.
Yeah, because Seth is not elevating the world title.
No.
He's not elevating the world
all.
title. Like nobody, like I forgot he had it. I'm like, oh shoot, this dude is the world champion. Like he's an afterthought. And can
for
we
the simple
talk
fact that
about
they're
how
using Cody
mediocre
in that
Seth?
fashion, I don't know why they just don't go along with that storyline because he's in both shows.
And can we
He's
talk
wrestling
about
the whole show.
how mediocre Seth Rollins has been?
Yeah.
The best part of his feud with CM Punk has been Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
It's bad. I mean, Becky's better than her husband right now. It's bad.
And that's by default.
This is where we are. This
Bring
is
Hulk Hogan back.
Whoa. No,
Wait,
leave him in the ground. No. Leave him in the ground.
Bring back the Ultimate Warrior.
Leave him in the ground, too. Leave him in the ground,
Jake
too.
the Snake.
In the ground.
I know.
They all gone, L. Let them go.
I know.
They didn't get raptured today. The dead in Christ did not rise first.
Well, you can bring back Leaping Lanny Poffo. He's still around.
Randy's brother,
The genius.
the genius. Leaping Lanny Poffo. Wow.
I think I'm gonna watch some Jake the Snake fight.
You gonna watch some Jake the Snake stuff?
Yeah.
Just make sure you got the one-way DDT Ricky Stumble on the counter.
Oh, that was good stuff. That was a great match.
Vintage. Jake Robin. Then drop the snake on him like nothing. And when he kicked Andre the Giant in the stomach and fell down, he dropped the snake on him, almost had a heart attack.
That was hilarious. That was one of the funniest moments I had ever seen. But that was good stuff. That was good stuff. So we've covered a lot tonight, and we did it in under 2 hours. Finally, took a while, but we finally got back to a normal sideshow tonight. We're right about where we want to be as we delve and segue into the new season of the NBA. Again, NBA training camps for the other 28 teams open up next Tuesday, so we'll have some more information on next Tuesday's show as we talk about the other 28 teams. We'll talk about some Lakers. We'll talk.
Yeah, because I definitely want to talk about this guy.
Uh-oh. Which guy?
Agent Zero on Boston.
He ain't playing this year.
Over.
Oh no, he said on First Take this morning. He never said that he wasn't playing this year.
Listen to me.
He ain't playing.
He is not playing until next year.
He could listen. Jason Tatum is out of his mind.
And
My
number
man
one,
said,
he ain't Kobe.
I don't go to rehab 6 days a week for nothing.
He can go 60 days a week. That muscle got memory. And
He's
it ain't gonna be
delusional.
strong.
I was about to say he's delusional,
He's
And
delusional.
let me put it to you this way: he can be as delusional as he wants. His team knew he wasn't playing, and they blew the team up.
Blew it up.
For
So
him.
what are you rushing back for? You don't have a team this year. What are you rushing back for? Just
Just
to
look
say
at
you
Aaron
came
Rodgers.
back?
Just look at Aaron Rodgers when he was with the Jets. He blew his Achilles, came back in 8 months, was not the same the second year. No
No,
explosion, no way you could get out the pocket, no lateral movement. Took a
no.
beating and they got
Right,
rid
and
of him.
that's playing football. So can you imagine a game like basketball where your job is running and cutting all day? It's stop and go
48
the
minutes.
entire time for 48 minutes. Come on. Sit down
Sit
somewhere.
down, sit down.
Be humble.
You
Sit
got a
down.
chip. You don't owe nobody nothing.
No. And you got a chip. Just go sit down somewhere.
Oh, sit down.
Let the Knicks
And,
have their
and,
year.
and shout out to my man Fred VanVleet, man. I met him personally, man. I feel bad for him on ACL.
Phoenix Mercury stunned the Minnesota Lynx tonight in Game 1.
Nice.
Now, this is the semifinals, so this is best of 5. But they did go into Minnesota and stole Game 1. Phoenix is a problem. Listen, Satu Sabali is a problem.
Alyssa Thomas is a problem.
Alyssa Thomas is a problem. That team is.
Juana Bonner is a problem.
Phoenix is good. Phoenix is really good. People like I want to be clear, and then we get out of here. The Liberty didn't lose to a trash team.
Right.
Phoenix is really good. It's not like they lost to Dallas.
It's the Connecticut Sun in the West.
Right. And that was the Sun team that was winning every year for a while. So
Minus Tina Charles.
minus Tina Charles, but so Phoenix. That's a good team out there in Phoenix.
That's a big win.
That is a huge win.
Minnesota has to have a response.
But
Otherwise
again,
it's over.
Minnesota is missing Dejanay. We knew it was going to be huge. Dejanay Carrington being out for the season is huge. But L, any parting words? What you got going on? Well, this weekend. Let the people know what's happening this weekend. Oh, first he has to show us his graffiti for tonight.
It's therapeutic.
What does that say? Rapture?
No, it says Caleb B.
I know. I'm still being a clown. Don't
I'm
mind me.
learning. I'm trying to remember how to blend graffiti colors.
Looks like it's coming back to you pretty good there, sir. You're doing good.
It's coming back, baby. I was motivated the other night at the So You Think You Got Bars joint. It just had it had a underground vibe to it. Like we was in a scene from Beach Street.
Shout out to the
Nice.
West. But I didn't want that belt lift to leave the city. But
That belt left the city, brother.
left the city. We'll run it back next year. God willing.
I'm coming back next year.
Oh, you coming? Wait, I thought you was retiring after this album.
I am.
But the album is coming out before next year.
Coming out. The album will be out in October.
Right. So that's probably like, what we doing?
I get the first interview.
You definitely do, brother. It's I will be heavily involved in KCA's next year. I wanted to be there on Saturday, but I had to be at a banquet.
Listen, I need some. I need the CEO of Limitless Radio. I need some merch with the green room on the back, so we can promote the radio station.
I'm on it.
But this Saturday, Bishop D-Lo will be teaching at my church.
Not preaching.
I said teaching.
Oh, it sounded like you said preaching. I'm like, I ain't preaching.
You know, at Glory, teaching does turn into preaching.
I'm just gonna stand there and talk a little bit.
Okay.
Shout out to Johnson Parker, man.
Who?
Pastor Johnson Parker.
Did you see that?
Animal. The Lord is really using him.
That man been with God.
That man stayed with God.
Yeah, that
It's
was a
my God.
situation.
God. And for him to hit that soprano note, Lord have mercy. Oh, that's all. Go. There it is.
Hit your note, brother. Hit your note.
Go ahead and hit that note.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead. Tell the people what's going on Saturday.
Yeah, just a workshop for churches. Learning how to do ministry in this culture that we're in. And Bishop D'Lo is one of the teachers, and I am one of the teachers. Then it'd just be, fellowship and chill. Will, you all welcome to come through.
I will
Um,
see what my schedule looks like.
Tell the people what time we starting.
from 9 to 3.
Okay. Let me check
9 to
this out.
3. 9 to 3 on Saturday. And oh, you didn't send me the outline thing for convocation.
Send it to you, brother.
You gotta send that to me
I
When
tonight
I
think
get when I
because I gotta finish my stuff for your class on Saturday. Because like I said, I'm only doing this once.
I have an event to
Putting this
go to
together
at 1
once.
o'clock, so I think I'll try to come early.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there
when
early
I
too because I have to swing out to Queens for an event at about 1 myself.
Yeah. So I'll try to come out early first thing in the morning.
you got it. So when I land tomorrow, I'll send it to you.
All right, cool. But you gotta go tomorrow.
I'm preaching in Florida Thursday.
Which city?
Florida City.
Where the heck is that?
Miami, but they call it
Miami.
Florida City.
Oh, you going to hang out? Okay.
You going to Dade County? Dade County.
First lady
I'm
gonna be on the
laying,
beach while you preaching again?
she had to work.
Oh, she ain't going this time.
Yeah,
I'm sure she's not happy about that.
probably not, because I'm leaving her here with my grown kids.
Oh, then she's definitely not happy about that. But join us at Glory on Saturday. For those of you who can, please join us on Saturday at Glory. Will, what you got going on?
I'm just waiting for the Lord to do some things. Pray for my church. We are in the process of moving from Ralph Avenue. We will be at Old Bratton Memorial, 179 Troy
On
Avenue.
Troy? On Troy?
We will start having services there. I'm assuming this Sunday, depending on how, because we're fusing with another church. So just keep us in prayer. Lord is moving. He's definitely put us in a bigger space. So there's
Yeah,
more
Brad
ministry
Memorial's
to
a
be
nice
done.
size. Brad Memorial's a nice size.
It absolutely is. And shout out to Bratton Memorial and Pastor Richard Bratton. He's opened his door to us, and we want the Lord to continue to bless that congregation as well.
Good man. Good man. His father was a great man.
Yes, sir.
My mother got saved under his father.
My pastor was under Pastor William Bratton, so she has family ties there.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah,
apropos that we're there.
It makes sense. My family as well. Like I said, my mother got saved there. My family went there for years. I was there as a baby.
Wow.
And as a small child. So Brad Memorial will always hold a special place in my heart. 179 Troy, right across the street from Albany Projects.
Albany.
So we spent many a Sundays there with the great
New
Elder
Day
Richard
there.
Bratton.
So we're gonna try to revitalize that area.
Definitely.
What's up?
It's an area that's always needed it. So definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Also, Bishop Bell didn't mention it, but he has 3 books that are out. Please go to Amazon and check them out. They are all out there. Give them names of the books.
Let there be order in the church. Long live the church. That oil for this church. It's a part of a series that the Lord gave me called "This Is the Lord's Church," and I think we did pretty well. The Lord blessed us with this body of work. And then on Amazon you can also get the Married Man
The Married Man
Moment.
moment.
And you can, which is a 40-day journal on becoming the husband she always wanted. And I think you can also get the Blackout is Over, which is not supposed to be out, but yeah, thank God.
Wait, what do you mean it's not supposed to be out? But wait, what happened?
It's live on Amazon.
Yankees come back to beat the White Sox and officially have clinched a spot in the 2025 postseason. And as of right now, let me double check just to make sure I'm correct. And are also,
One
come on,
game back.
load. And are 3 outs away from being a game back. Red Sox lead the Blue Jays 4-1 in the bottom of the ninth. So they are 3 outs away
Go.
from
If they pull this off,
They
that's
better get
crazy.
the World
being
Series.
one game out
The problem is, Judge,
in the playoffs.
Listen, we prophesying right now.
Yes, Bishop Heflin, see you in December. Emmaus Fellowship. Bishop McCants is not on right now, but he'll have more information about that as we'll be celebrating the official launch of the Emmaus Fellowship of Churches. Go ahead, Will.
Aaron Judge will lead the New York Yankees to a championship.
Is that
okay.
prophetic? Are you
Yeah,
prophesying? Is that what
I'm
that is?
prophesying that.
You prophesying that? Okay. You prophesying that?
Prophesy,
I
man,
just told on false prophets tonight, but I'm not false. Just
Listen,
told on Jeremiah tonight.
we had enough of false prophets this week because we all still here. So that's another conversation for another day. It's another conversation for another day.
Prophesy, man, God.
We about to get out of here. Also, don't forget, I myself have 2 books out. Novel
Yes.
Hiding Behind the Cross. Please go get it. Go get it. It's a gripping tale of love and redemption. This pastor who was struggling with some stuff and needed to get it together. And it's a perfect story about leading while bleeding.
Yeah,
And
Lord.
it's something I think that you will all enjoy. And from the reviews I've gotten back personally, and including a couple that I've seen online as well, people were very surprised by the ending. So I'm glad for that. It didn't end the way people expected it to do. Bishop L. Sam said I'll see Bishop L. Sunday afternoon with yes, he'll be with Archbishop Edwards on Sunday. Archbishop Edwards, C.N. Edwards, great man of God as well. So that's going to be amazing. Sam, you still playing? I didn't know you were still playing for Bishop Edwards. Okay, Archbishop Edwards. Okay, Sam been there forever. Okay, you've been his drummer forever. And also the other book, Uncommon Lessons and Commonplace Things. Now, I say this with all deference and humility. My brother L is the theologian. So his books are for you people who really like deep study, which I love to do. I just don't like to write about it. I just don't like to write about it. No, because listen, Let There Be Order in the Church. I wrote the foreword for that book as well. So I was one of the first people to read it. It is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. And if you love deep exegetical study, you will absolutely love those books. I admonish preachers to pick up those books because if he writes the way he preaches, which he does, you will be a better preacher just from reading Bishop L's books. Now, I said that to say Uncommon
Not
Lessons.
pressure.
No pressure for you, please. Uncommon Lessons is more for you everyday lay people. It's being able to see God in the everyday events of your life. And it serves as not only kind of a manual, but as a devotional. Allows you to be able to go through the books, take the lessons, and it challenges you. I challenge you at the end of each chapter to be able to get everything done. Bishop Heflin said he need his copy signed. Inbox Bishop L. So, and he'll make that happen for you. Inbox Bishop L. He'll make that happen for you, Bishop Heflin.
When you
And
come up in December, I got you,
he
bro.
make sure he has them for you. So inbox Bishop L. He'll make sure he got you with those books, those signed copies for those 3 books of his as well. So again, uncommon lessons and commonplace things. If you're not quite on that level and you want something that's a little bit more for your everyday life, and I'm not just saying it because I wrote it, because it was the Holy Ghost. It started off as a video series for me. I was doing videos on TikToks called Uncommon Lessons and Commonplace Things, and it morphed into a book. It literally did. So pick that up as well. It's only $11 on Amazon. I'm actually going to be launching my website through PayHip, where you can buy the book directly from me. You can buy signed copies because Amazon takes 40% of your royalties, and I don't want to give them more of my money.
That's right.
Thank you, Jesus.
Take the
That's,
whole
that's
40.
wisdom.
They the whole 40%, right? They take the whole 40% of your royalties. So I found out that through PayHip, I can do it that way, and I can keep my royalties. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. So I'm gonna be doing it that way. Also, do me a favor and go to Facebook. Type in Limitless Radio. Limitless Radio. Radio Without Boundaries. Check us out over there. Disclaimer: it is not a gospel-only station. I just want to be clear on that. So don't send the mother's board over there because we're not playing gospel 24/7. It is a radio station.
Drop some of that new L Butler on there.
We just heard Lil Jon.
No,
on there.
you just told me not to. You told me 2 weeks ago not to drop any of the new L Butler yet.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
don't do
haven't
that.
yet.
I'm gonna get a feature on one of these albums. I don't care if it's a mixtape or if it's a re-release.
I gotta send you. I gotta send you the album, Will.
You ain't sent it to Will yet?
Nah, I
No,
ain't sent it.
no.
You, we
He know
got
I'm
some
a
exciting
he
things
know I'm a
coming
heavy
up.
critic.
We got some exciting things coming up with Limitless Radio. Of course, Green Room, the podcast, the video podcast will be here on these platforms, but there'll be an audio version as well that will be available on Limitless Radio. We're gonna do some special events with Will and the whole gospel hip hop scene in New York. We about to take it over, and our weekends are gonna be on Limitless are gonna be dedicated to gospel hip hop. So that's gonna be nuts. We're working on a collaboration with Overseer Jason Hendrickson to do some stuff with him. We got a lot, and of course, we got some great music coming from LB. So y'all be on the lookout for.
I'm not even worried about you, Will. This album is nuts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Having heard it, yes. It's gonna be absolutely nuts. So y'all get ready and look out for it. And L, when you get back, well, Saturday, I'm gonna talk to you about that PayHip thing so that you can set up your own website and sell your books that way. Because Amazon ain't getting all our money. we not doing that. I got my first royalty check from them, and I'm like, oh, I think I did good. Why is this 40? No. I sold this many
40%.
books.
The whole
40%.
40%.
I calculate 40% of my sales they kept. I'm like, y'all didn't write
I
this
don't
book.
even, I don't even allow myself to do that. I just let them direct deposit it into my account because I don't even want to be. I don't even want to be frustrated like that.
It was my first check, and that's why it pissed me off. It was because that was just it. Because I was selling copies by hand at various things I was doing as well. I'm keeping all of that, obviously. And I'm like, what am I paying Amazon for? Don't get me wrong, Amazon is a great place. It's wonderful, but I needed to create another stream for me to be able to control the money a little bit better myself.
And we're gonna take my phone off the hook, right? You're gonna start emailing me the link, so that way God had his way tonight on here. Wasn't no static and stuff going on.
Oh, he must have been. He was on his computer tonight.
He's on his computer. Yeah. So text me your email address so that way I'll just email you the link and you can just open it from your computer and we can go from there.
God give us wisdom.
Listen,
Hallelujah.
I do this show completely from my computer every week, from my podcast room setup that I got down here. Which, hey, listen, it's not a huge investment. Y'all should invest in it if you do these sort of things. But that being said, great show tonight. As always, we're back next week as we prepare more for the NBA season. It's basketball time again, y'all. It's basketball time again. So until then, as always, everywhere, as we always say, it's orange and blue skies. Till next week, we'll see you then. Have a great night, everyone.
Peace.
The church guys. We're live on a podcast. A church guy sports show. Yo, welcome to the show where the faith meets the court. Church guys repping hard, yeah, we live for the sport. From the pulpit to the bleachers, the word we endorse. Dropping dimes, preaching truth, keeping God as the source. We breaking down the play, stats, facts, and the story. Sunday to game day, all for his glory. Talking hoops, talking fields, every touchdown and shot. But we never lose sight of the faith that we got is fellowship, fire, passion in the zone. Church guys sports show, yeah, you know we at home. Turn the volume up loud, let the good vibes flow. This is more than just a game, it's the way that we grow. The church guys. We're live on the podcast. A church guy sports show. The church guys. We're live on the podcast. A church guy sports show. From the locker room talk to the pews on a Sunday, we call our plays right, kingdom business on Monday. Faith on the field, spirit driving the grind. Every headline we drop got the word intertwined. We repping every team, but the banner is Christ. Breaking huddles with the gospel, yeah, we living it right. From the Knicks to the league, every stat, every score, we gon' praise, analyze, then we give God more. So tune in, locked in, let the truth be shown. Church guy sports show, man, the vibe's full grown. It's the faith in the game and a powerful blend. From the tip off to the buzzer, we gon' ride to the end. The church guys.